Welcome to real-life crime stories. Attorney Saul Bienenfeld helps grandmother wrongly accused of bank robbery get justice. It was 10 minutes before dawn in the hallway of a Washington Heights apartment block, full of Secret Service and FBI agents ready to break down the door of an innocent victim. The unsuspecting target of the arrest and search warrant was a 72-year-old Hispanic grandmother who the government believed had robbed a bank a few days earlier. Bang! The door was breached, and in came 10 agents in bulletproof vests holding M16 machine guns. They woke up all the occupants of the apartment and made them all leave their beds and sit on the floor in the living room. When they saw the 72-year-old woman in her nightgown, they pushed her towards the wall and handcuffed her. She only spoke Spanish and in a terrified state had no clue what was happening. They removed her from the apartment and placed her in a waiting car to be driven downtown, where she was booked for bank robbery. Meanwhile, the rest of the agents searched the apartment, destroying it in the process, looking for any evidence of a bank robbery. The only thing they found was a few $1,000s in cash. The family was recommended to hire Saul Bienenfeld, one of the leading criminal defense lawyers in New York City, to assist them in freeing their wrongly accused grandmother. Believe it or not, just before the arraignment and before being able to meet her lawyer, the grandmother had still not been given any clothing and was about to go in front of the judge in her nightgown. The very first thing Bienenfeld did was to arrange that his client be given her clothes so that she would not have to appear before a federal judge half-dressed. She was brought before a magistrate judge, where Mr. Bienenfeld arranged that she be released on her own recognizance pursuant to signing a personal recognizance bond in the amount of $100,000. Upon her release, Bienenfeld learned from the assistant United States attorney that his newest client was being accused of being a note passer. The note said, "Give me all the money," and was written on a bank deposit ticket and then given to a bank teller. Bienenfeld spoke with his client, who denied ever being in the bank at that time, and was adamant that she did not pass the note, and nor did she write it. To prove this, a private investigator and graphologist were hired. Firstly, the graphologist took the grandmother's handwriting samples and compared them to the note and determined that there was no way she could be the author of the note. The private investigator also recovered CCTV video footage of a suspect who did resemble Bienenfeld's client, and that on her way out had passed 2 Brinks drivers walking in who were picking up money from the bank. Bienenfeld and the private investigator tracked down the Brinks drivers who remembered the incident and remembered what the elderly person looked like. After showing the drivers a picture of the grandmother, the private investigator asked them if this was the person who passed them. Both drivers said no, definitely not. Armed with this information, Bienenfeld met with the assistant U.S. attorney and informed him that his client was indeed innocent. He presented the evidence of the handwriting not matching and further CCTV video showing the suspect actually writing the note in the bank, along with the signed testimony of the Brinks drivers who could confirm that the grandmother was not the person who passed them on their way into the bank. Upon receiving this new information, the assistant U.S. attorney had no option but to have the case advanced on the calendar and announced that all charges would be dropped against Bienenfeld's client. The nightmare was finally over, and the innocent grandmother and her family could go about their lives once more, safe in the knowledge that justice had been served. Thanks for watching. Real-life crime stories by law offices of Saul Bienenfeld. Need help? Got questions? Call to 123-637-7701, www.bienenfeldlaw.com. Although these cases are public record, the names of the parties have been changed to protect their privacy, and that the images are not of our clients or the parties to the proceedings.